Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, hey, folks, I'm playing a video series of videos I've been doing for a while now. I go over there, trap food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, and folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that, time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty excited for these next two. But we'll get to that. So yeah, I'm going to go over there, I'm going to eat and or drink some stuff, I'm going to yammer on about it, I'm going to use descriptive language to go over there and try to share my experience with you fine folks. Whilst I'm doing so, today I'm in the truck, as y'all can see, and on top of that, I'm wearing a cool shirt. Folks, when I wear cool shirts, I like to highlight the cool shirt. What cool shirt am I wearing? Boom, I'm wearing my Yu Yu Hakusho shirt. This one's from Walmart. In comparison to my Yu Yu Hakusho shirt from Target, or my Yu Yu Hakusho shirts that I've bought online over the years. I'm a big fan of Yu Yu Hakusho. If you're not familiar, it's a, sort of early 90s anime, was something of a contemporary to, Dragon Ball Z kind of era. I personally am a big fan of it. The creator, Tagashi, is probably, in more modern circles, known more so for his later work, Hunter x Hunter. I've seen a little bit of Hunter x Hunter. I'm definitely more of a Yu Yu Hakusho guy, but at some point I intend to get into that and try and give it more of a go. But anyway, what am I trying for y'all today? Why am I excited? Well, folks, I've been meaning to try this place for a little while now. I spotted it on my way to my friend's house months ago. And it's too far out of the way for me to really have it be like a thing. But if I'm on my way to said friend's house, so I'm going to be trying something from, boom, the Corned Beef Factory, which just sounds like the best factory ever, in my opinion. Specifically, I got two sandwiches. I'm going to review one for you folks, by the way. I like they do the string. They actually have a little thing, and I like that. It's a nice touch. I have two sandwiches. I'm specifically going to try one for this review. Boom! Boom! What does CB stand for, folks? If you don't know, I'm still going to tell you, but let's open this up. It's got a weird box. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay. And, oh God. Boom! It's a corned beef sandwich. Yay! Let's try to, corned beef sandwich. Oh man, yes. So, folks, come on, man, I had to. Fucking corned beef. Corned beef is phenomenal. I'm more of a roast beef guy, if I'm honest, but I love me some corned beef as well. And let's see, does it actually have the thing? Okay, yes. So the corned beef sandwich specifically is a corned beef sandwich on rye with regular or spicy mustard. I got regular. My heart wanted the spicy, but I was like, I want to taste all the flavors and stuff. Let's go with the regular. Swiss cheese, pickle spear, and homemade potato chips. Now, I'm not going to go into the potato chips and stuff. Also, the pickle spear is off to the side. Thankfully, pickles are bad. I mean, it's not entirely true. Some pickles are good, but I don't get the pickles. I don't get the pickles. Sometimes I get the pickles. But anyway, let's try out a corned beef sandwich. I'm expecting this to be good. I've made mention of this in one of my other reviews. If you name your place after a specific food item, I'm expecting that food item to be good. That needs to be your best item. So let's give this a go. Oh, it's a little bit messy. All right. Bread's nice and soft. That was a better bite. First one, I just got a decent amount of bread, which was good. It's good bread. It's rye bread. My dad was a big fan of rye bread. I'm more here and there on it. I like it for certain things. That's pretty damn good. Now, is it a life-affirming corned beef sandwich? No. I think I might have had a better corned beef sandwich here or there, but I'll say this is definitely a well above average corned beef sandwich, especially if you're just getting it from like a generic spot. But if you're getting it from like a proper deli, I think that might edge this out a little bit, although there's nothing this is doing wrong. I'm even willing to go with the yellow mustard. I'm not typically a big mustard guy, but I think it actually works well with the corned beef. Because the corned beef, it's a really flavorful meat, and it has such a distinct flavor. The mustard, it could risk overwhelming it, but that with the rye bread to kind of sort of taper it all together, plus the Swiss cheese, like you have a lot of strong flavors here. And the really great thing is that all of them are well represented in this sandwich. You're getting a lot of corned beef. Now, I will say this, it's a $13 sandwich. Of course, this is only one half, plus you get chips and a pickle spear. So, I'm not trying to say anything, I'm just saying. Just, keep that in mind. You get a lot of meat. I think everything about this works really well. The Swiss cheese is probably the least represented, I would say. But it's there. You can definitely still taste it. The mustard is really tangy, and actually, like I said, I'm not usually a big yellow mustard guy, but I think it works really well with this. Yeah, man, I mean, there's a reason why the corned beef sandwich has enough prestige that they literally went over there and named, and I think it's at least a chain. There's at least one other restaurant in Chicago. There's a reason why they named their establishment after this sandwich, because it's tried and true. It just works on every level, and that's exactly what this does. So, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Yes and yes. Now, with the first part of that, I like this corned beef sandwich a lot. And it's been a while since I've had a proper corned beef sandwich, so it's nice to have it. It's almost like a palate cleanser. Like, that's how good the sandwich is. It's like, oh yeah, that's right. Even though I eat lots of really delicious food, it's nice to go back to something that you're familiar with, that tastes like quality, that you maybe don't get to have all that often. That's kind of the case for me with the corned beef sandwich. I don't eat them a lot, but when I do, I definitely want a good one. This definitely qualifies. But, like I said, it's not the best corned beef sandwich I've ever had. I have certainly had better, but of the ones that I've had that have been better, if we're talking my entire track record of corned beef sandwiches, okay, the entire timeline, this is on the upper end of those corned beef sandwiches, comparatively to the vast majority of the ones that I've had, which were probably good because they're corned beef, but weren't anything really standout. Whereas this, yeah, it's not the best, but it's still doing a really good job. So, and as to whether or not I would recommend it, I mean, if you want a corned beef sandwich, I think that, like I said, you might have a spot that you prefer, but I definitely think that this place it's worth checking out. It's worth giving a shot because it's a tasty corned beef sandwich, folks. It definitely made my day a little bit better, so. Anyway, folks, that's going to do it for me on this one. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. And folks, you can go over there and have yourselves a truly corned beef-tastic rest of your life. Because, folks, like I said, man, a good corned beef, that'll make your whole day better. Very final two things, folks. Number one, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Which is a little bit difficult when your fingers have been stained somewhat yellow by delicious mustard. But yeah, folks, it's not always easy to not be an asshole. Like, it's one of those things where on the one hand, it's probably the minimum requirement to have a stable society. But on the other hand, it can be extremely difficult to do. That's why I put try at the very beginning of that. That's very deliberate. Because we're going to have moments where we falter, and we're just going to have to try our best. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Folks, very final thing, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe you're going to get yourself a wonderful corned beef sandwich, as I have done here today. Maybe from the corned beef factory, maybe from another spot. It's all good. And maybe like me, you'll use it as a delicious palate cleanser to go over there and satiate your senses and harken back to better times when things were simpler and, you know, this, that, and the other thing. But then, of course, you remember that, like, things usually weren't actually better. It's just, you know, a lot of times you were just younger and didn't have to worry about, like, mortgages and bullshit. And there were always going to be, like, social issues and things and stuff that, you know. But you're still going to get that nostalgia hit for a little bit and you're going to feel pretty good. Or conversely, just eat a sandwich and not have the weird nostalgia trip if you don't want to. That's a thing you can do. Bye!